Previously on the Chronicles of Oz.
We have a new princess.
An exciting new era for the Emerald City.
Ozma. It's a name that will unite the people when she comes of age.
Killed him, didn't you? You murdered the king!
The late King, Pastoria, and I were good friends.
What have you done with the princess?
Because everyone is looking for this kid.
She's the heir to the throne.
Exactly, and I need her not to be. It's still just a baby!
Is it?
Ozma is gone, and that's all you need to know.
I'm Tipitarius, apprentice to the witch Mombi, and everyone calls me Tip.
What the hell is that, Tip?
Do you like it?
It's hideous.
It's meant to be, it's a pumpkin head.
It's coming to life. I brought the pumpkin head to life. He lives. Holy moly, he lives.
Don't yell like that! Do you think I'm deaf?
But we have to get as far away from here as possible.
Why?
Because I don't want to be turned into something else.
What did you call me? Dad?
Well, don't.
But you made me, didn't you?
Technically, that's true, but
So, you're my dad then?
I knew I stole this for a reason.
What's this?
Powder of life. It's what Mombi used to bring you to life. And now I'm going to do the same thing to this swordhead.
This is so exciting!
Now we can really get moving. Yeah, that'll work. We'll go there. Come on, Jack Pumpkinhead, we're heading south.
No, stop!
No, Sword! Bring back my Pumpkinhead!
General Malik, by order of His Majesty the Scarecrow, you have been sentenced to execution.
This isn't the end, you know. The Munchkins will not tolerate another Emerald City dictatorship. There will be consequences. The Munchkins will...
Dad, I want to know how the Scarecrow killed my father.
They tried him and...
Tried under what authority? A straw man king with no more right to sit in that throne than the wizard before him?
Got this wonderful brain. I should have been able to think of another way.
If you had let him live, the Munchkins would have continued to kill each other over his leadership.
Does the execution of General Malik mean peace for Munchkinland?
It's hard to say. Malik, like the witch herself, still has followers who I can't imagine will take this lightly.
Gather the troops, Victor. We march tonight. Let them know that the Munchkins are under the command of General Ginger, and we will not tolerate any further interference from the so-called King of Oz.
Right away, ma'am.
You are a living pumpkin head.
I beg your majesty's pardon, but I do not understand you.
What?
You're Munchkins, and you're going to overthrow the king, am I right?
Tie him up. He's coming with us.
I have an urgent warning for you. I believe the Munchkins are going to attack Emerald City.
We'll take the Emerald City. We'll depose the Scarecrow King, and together we will make Oz marvelous!
Right, so what do we do, Ombi? Send for help?
Well ahead of you, sire. The Tin Woodman's coming.
Keep up, Ugu. We've got an Emerald City to save.
Once I've secured the entire palace and the Scarecrow is in my custody, then I'll have control of the whole city!
Then what you need is something significantly more powerful than swords. Will a wicked witch do?
What took you so long?
Well, in case you hadn't noticed, you're a bit under siege in here.
Because I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Shut up. It's a flying machine.
It's a couch.
It's two couches.
It's a dead gump.
Won't be dead for long, not when I sprinkle it with powder of life. Great! Fly away! Fly!
Well, enjoy your freedom while it lasts, Scarecrow! I have your Emerald City. I have your throne.
I say we go south and speak with Glinda.
Come, take us south to Quadling country.
Wait, where's Ombi Ambi?
Harder! I need to know. Tell me where we can find the Fountain of Oblivion.
People are suffering. It's because of me. Oz needs someone better than me to rule it. I'm done.
Scarecrow.
Done.
This is a terrible time for the Emerald City.
Which is why we need your help.
Does the name Ozma mean anything to you?
A lost princess or something.
She's alive, and she's in Oz. It's merely a question of finding her.
And Mombi had something to do with that. So
I have no intention of allowing General Ginger to remain in power.
Does this mean you'll help us?
I will, in so much as I require more information from Mombi. As she has allied herself with Ginger, then only through defeating Ginger can I get the answers I need.
Look, we're back in the palace.
We haven't won yet, Your Majesty.
I am the Queen of Oz. I have a right to this throne. Nothing can take that away. Nothing!
I'm not telling you anything, Glinda!
What did you do with the baby, Mombi?
Did you make her disappear?
I transformed her into a boy. That there is the Princess Ozma. The child brought to me by the wizard who stole her father's throne. That is the rightful ruler of the Emerald City.
Me? I'm Ozma.
No, I'm Ozma.
Crossover Adventure Productions presents The Chronicles of Oz. The Marvellous Land of Oz, Episode 6.
Oh, it's down here. Oh, it has to be down this way. Oh, no, not yet. I will not give up this easily.
Well, I thought you went this way.
Can we stop yet?
I saw her dash around the corner.
I've left my stomach somewhere around the atrium.
There's nowhere else she could have gone. It's a dead end.
Tharamat.
Yes, climb off if you have to.
Thank you.
How did you ever survive living with the Wicked Witch?
The Wicked Witch never made me ride a crazy wooden horse without a stop button.
She had a dragon.
And the sawhorse is scarier.
Right. I don't suppose she went this way.
Through the wall?
This is Oz. It's not unheard of.
If Ginger was a witch, she wouldn't need Mombi.
There's any number of secret passages throughout the palace. I once spent 3 days with a squad of stalk guards tracking down some quadling infiltrators, and we still couldn't find them.
Great. If she's in there, we'll never find her.
Maybe. Maybe not. Help me look. We need to find out how we can get this wall to open.
No, this is insane. I can't be a princess.
If the tiara fit.
She's lying. Obviously. She's just saying that to get out of telling us what really happened.
Tip.
Tell us, Mombi. Tell us the truth. What did you do with Ozma?
Tip, I believe what she says.
How?
Because even Mombi wouldn't make something up that weird.
But it's too weird. How?
Tip, think about it. How long have you lived with Mombi? All your life?
She said she found me as a baby.
And you'd be about the same age as Ozma would be now?
That doesn't mean anything. It can't be true. It just can't.
I don't really care what you believe now. I'm out of here. Be seeing you, Glinda.
Mombi, stop.
She's turned into a monster!
A griffin! It's a griffin!
Oh, great. Thanks for that. Now we should destroy this all. I'm not going to die in ignorance.
Enough of this, Mombi. This ends now.
Where am I?
Where you were, the throne room. You're unconscious, which gives us a chance to finally talk.
Are we supposed to be able to talk?
I don't see why not.
Right. So you're Ozma then?
Yes,
The lost princess of Oz?
and so are you.
Yeah, right. I'm a princess. I'm not even a prince.
That's also true. We're one and the same, and also different.
So how does this work then? How come I'm talking to you if you're me?
It's not quite as simple as that, Tip. Magic never is. When Mombi cast a spell on me all those years ago, on us, she didn't just change our form. She created a whole new personality, a whole new person.
She created me.
I don't even think she knows how it works. You know as well as I do, she's not the most talented of witches.
How? How do you know anything about Mombi?
I know everything you know. I've lived through everything you've lived. It's like... think of us as two sides of the same coin. You're Tip, on the outside, in control, taking on the world. And I'm Ozma, in here, and in a voice guiding you along the way.
Glinda will be happy. She finally found you.
I think she's had her suspicions about you for a while.
Now we just have to work out how to bring you back.
You already know how to do that.
Oh.
There's really only one way, and you're not going to like it.
You're right, I don't.
I wish there was another way. I really do.
No, that's settled then. I hope you're happy staying an inner voice.
Tip.
Forget it.
It's how it's supposed to be.
Is it? Is it really? And you don't think maybe I get to say in that?
You're not going to have the choice.
There's always a choice.
Oz needs a ruler.
Then let them have the Scarecrow. Let them have Ginger for all I care.
Tip.
Leave me alone.
I can't. I am you.
I said leave me alone. Leave me alone!
We're never going to leave you, Tip. We're going to be right by your side, whatever happens.
I wasn't talking to you.
Then who were you talking to?
It doesn't matter. What happened?
Mombi turned to a griffin, then escaped.
Yeah, she does that.
She made a mess in my throne room. Well, I should say your...
Glinda's trying to catch her and bring her back to explain herself.
She won't be able to. Once Mombi takes griffin form, she's impossible to catch.
You might be underestimating Glinda.
Until now, I think I've been underestimating Mombi, given what she did to Ozma. I mean, me.
Tip, are you okay?
No.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
It can help to...
What's there to say? Look, what's done is done. Sure, 20 years ago, Mombi turned a baby into me. Well, that's unfortunate, but them's the breaks.
Glinda seems to think she might be able to break Mombi's spell.
Well, I don't want her to.
Well, I'm sure it won't hurt her anything. And we won't think any differently of you, whether you're a girl or...
But that's just it. It won't be me.
Of course it will. You'll just be a girl. And that's completely okay.
No, you don't understand. Ozma's not just me in a dress. She's another person. She's in my mind saying things to me like...
She can speak to you?
Sort of. Well, now that I know she's there, it's hard to explain.
But you can sense Ozma in your mind.
All that time I spent wishing for a brain. Looks like you've got two.
It's not like that either, but... Look, that's not the point. I can't let Glinda break the spell. I won't. Because you can't be my friends afterwards. Neither can Jack Pumpkinhead. Or the Wogglebug, or the Sawhorse.
Don't be silly, of course we will.
You might be Ozma's friends, sure, but not mine. Because if Glinda brings Ozma back, I'll be gone. Dead. I'll cease to exist.
Oh.
Too right. Oh. I need to get out of here.
Tip, wait, where are you going?
Somewhere far, far away. I just have to get out.
Well, that just got a whole lot more complicated.
Oh, for years I thought it was a myth. I thought it was yet another fairy story. And here it is. Deep beneath the palace of the Emerald City, where the first kings of Oz left it all those centuries ago.
Keep away from the fountain.
Ambi. Well, you just never give up, do you?
I said, stay away.
You skewer me with that? Look at you. You're half dead. You'd never get that sword through my ribcage.
Try me.
I'm never going to give in. Never. The Emerald City took everything from me. My army, my people, my birthright, my father. I tried to avenge him, to follow in his footsteps, to do what he would have done in the name of Munchkinland, and to honor the Lurleen bloodline.
I'm not going to ask again. Step away.
Do you know what this fountain is, Ombi? Oh, of course you do. Mombi plucked it out of your tiny brain. Do you think it actually works?
Ginger.
Oh, you see, I did my research on this city. Long before we invaded, long before you executed my father, because taking over from that ridiculous scarecrow was always our next step. I knew about this place, the Fountain of Oblivion. You know why it's called that, don't you?
Yes.
Because it brings oblivion to everyone. To you, to me, to the people up there, everyone. The final solution. Oh, it's rather neat.
Stop it.
You see, I know I've lost. You lot won. You came in with your Storks and your Glindas and your Squadlings and Winkies and took back your precious Emerald City. Well, good for you. Bravo. I applaud your efforts. But I can't let you walk away. Because you won't let me walk away, will you?
No.
Exactly.
Because I'm going to kill you.
One last stupid Emerald City joke before the end? Oh, we could have been so marvellous together, you and I. No, Ombi, you're not going to kill me. I'm going to kill everybody.
Stay away from
If I can't have the City of Emeralds, then nobody can!
did it! You killed me! I'm impressed. But at least you all won't be long behind me!
No, I'm too late. She started it.
Ombi!
Faramond, get out of here!
How did you get down here in your condition? Is that her? Is
What happened, Ombi?
No time. You have to get everyone out of here.
There's just us in here.
No, not here. The city. Evacuate the Emerald City. Now!
Why?
It's the Fountain of Oblivion.
You mean it's real?
Of course it's real, and she's activated it.
How long have we got?
I don't know. The controls are ancient. I can't read them.
I don't understand. What's the Fountain of Oblivion?
No time to explain. Here, grab his arm, I'll grab the other.
Leave me. Just go.
Don't even start with me, Ombi.
It's already started.
Where are we going?
Throne room. We're going to need the King of Oz.
Tip!
Please don't hide from us!
We can work something out, surely!
Running away isn't going to solve anything!
I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be found.
We have to keep trying. This isn't something anyone should go through on their own.
He's not on his own, is he? He's got Ozma.
Pretty sure she doesn't count. Tip! Tip!
Tin Woodman, what did you do?
What do you mean, what did I do? I've been standing right here.
Your Majesty, Your Grace, what's going on? The walls are shaking!
Thanks, we can see that.
We're in the dark as you are.
Your Majesty!
Your Grace, wait! Baronet! Ugu, Ombi, what's happening?
Ombi, you shouldn't be up!
Tell me off later, Jelaya. We need to run away now.
What?
Jelaya, take Ombi with you to the communications room. He'll fill you in. You need to issue an emergency evacuation order.
For where?
Everyone! The whole city!
Are you serious?
Very. Come on, we have much time.
But the communications are down. Ginger,
The emergency
she was...
systems have their own thing. Just get on with it.
Ugu, what's happening?
Well, Ginger's dead.
Not the headline, Ugu. We need to get you back to the cavern, Your Majesty.
What? What cavern? Why are we evacuating?
I'll explain, sire, but on the move. Come with us.
Why are you taking us further into the palace when you've just ordered everyone evacuate?
Baronet!
Before she died, Ginger activated the Fountain of Oblivion.
So she's flooded an office or two. Of all the things she's done,
You don't understand. It's not just a fountain.
What is it?
The Emerald City's ultimate defense against an invading army.
Well, we could have used that a few days ago.
No, we really couldn't.
It'll blow everything up.
What?
Or bury us all. Possibly make us vanish. The myths are rather unclear.
It was built by the original architects of the Emerald City centuries ago, infused with deep magic. We all thought it was lost.
Ombi didn't.
Ombi's a nerd.
I don't understand. How is a magic bomb a defense against an invading force?
What better way is there to finally defeat your enemies than by ensuring their complete destruction?
But you'd blow yourself up too. That's insane.
If you'd been completely occupied and there was no hope for success, take your enemies with you.
I think that's exactly what Ginger had in mind.
So what are we going back in for? We need to help everyone get out.
You need to turn it off.
Ombi says it's key to the monarch. Only the King of Oz can deactivate it.
And last we checked, you're still the king.
Right, so I am. But I thought that
Let's leave your existential crisis about whether you want to be king or not for another time. You're still the king right now. Let's go turn it off.
Please make your way to the nearest exit in an orderly fashion. Do not run. I repeat, do not run. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. Make your way to the nearest exit. And above all, remain calm.
There it is, Your Majesty. Up on that pedestal.
They don't make fountains like this anymore.
Ones that blow you and your city up, you mean?
Oh, yeah, right. So, what do I do?
I don't know. Press a button?
You mean these rock things? They're not buttons, they're rocks.
It's ancient magic, Scarecrow. Look, this symbol means power. This one means peace.
Well, which one do I press?
That one, this one, and then that one there.
That makes sense.
It does?
Yes. You see, that one indicates power. That one reflects a negative flow.
He doesn't need to know the theory. I'm sorry. I don't know what the countdown is on this.
Right, okay. That one, this one, that one over there. Did it work?
Try it again.
That one, this one, that one there. Still nothing.
Are you sure it's the right sequence?
Positive.
It has to be. It can't be anything else.
Then why isn't it working? I'm the King of Oz, damn it!
No, you're not.
I have a crown.
Maybe it's one of those things where you have to truly believe you're the king first before it will work. And Scarecrow's lost his faith. Scarecrow, I believe in you. You are a great king, and you can lead Oz.
No, Your Grace, don't you get it? It's a blood thing. You have to be a member of the royal family, a descendant of Lurleen.
Oh.
That's why Ginger could activate it. She's part of the Lurleen bloodline.
Yeah, but barely.
Enough to count.
Well, in that case, we really need to find Tip.
Him? Why him?
Because he's really Princess Ozma.
Right. Wait, what?
We'll explain later. Everyone out! We need to find that witch's apprentice before we all die.
I didn't really notice the evacuating people. I was too busy dealing with my own thing. My desperate need to run away. Had I been paying attention, I might have realised it was a desperate need we all shared at that point. But my reasons were entirely different. Though I wasn't completely ignorant of the people making for the Emerald City gates, because it was impossible for anybody to get through, so I was looking for other options. And it was in the courtyard, just past the steps of the palace, that I found that old familiar collection of couches, palm leaves and taxidermy. The Gump! What are you doing here? I thought we'd left you outside the south gate. Never mind. Let's see if you have any juice left in you. Wearg, Tiarg.
Piarg! You learn quickly, boy. I only ever showed you that spell once.
I never quite got it right. The Sawhorse and the Gump can talk like Jack did.
That's what makes you an apprentice and me the witch.
Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, that's a conversation that would have gone well over the dinner table. Go get me the pepper feathers, and by the way, you're really a princess.
You could have said something.
The whole point was it was a secret. If you knew, I may as well have kept you as Ozma.
You should have. You should never have brought me into existence. Then I wouldn't have to be faced with this.
What? You don't want to be a princess, Tip?
I want to go home.
I know.
I want to label your anti-geomantics. Hunt woozies for their tail feathers so you can take them to the crooked magician. I want to keep being your apprentice, learning about magic and being me.
Of course you do. Come along, boy. You can show me how this thing flies. All aboard.
No, you did this to me. You put me into this position. Why do I want to go with you?
It's part of the spell. The Ozma spell. It keeps you happy with your lot. With the world as it is.
Sometimes you just don't want your world to change.
Otherwise you might have tried to run away, and I couldn't have had that. You're very special to me, a special boy, and if I was to keep you hidden, you had to want to stay. Though trying to turn you to stone may have pushed you a tad too far, I'll admit.
Is any of this real? In my head? Even if what I'm thinking is just your magic, then who the hell am I?
It's all right, Tip. Don't think about it. We can go home, just you and me. Like it used to be, like it always will be. I mean, not our old home, they'll find us there, but I've heard good things about Jinxland this time of year.
Like it used to be.
And nothing will ever change again, I promise.
Dad? Jack?
Oh, that pumpkinhead's back. Time I sorted you out once and for all.
Dad, get away from her. That's Mombi.
Jack, you don't understand.
She's a wicked witch, and she's going to steal your gum.
Ow!
You okay, Dad?
You hit me, you melon-headed moron! You hit me!
Shut up, I'll do it again!
Look, Jack, I have
to go save the Emerald City. I know. Everyone's running away and scared, and I think I heard Scarecrow calling for you before. So you better go. Come on, I'll take you. Dad?
I can't stay here, Jack.
But why?
Don't meddle in things you have no possibility of understanding. Come on, Tip. Onto the couch thing. Time we were going.
But I need you, Dad. I can't survive in Oz without you. You're my dad.
I'm so confused.
That's okay. I'm always confused. we can be confused together.
Tip, we haven't got much time.
You're right. We don't. Goodbye, Mombi.
What are you doing, boy?
I'm making the right choice. But sometimes you don't want things to change. Usually you don't get a say in it.
Tip.
You destroyed an innocent baby's life, Mombi. And you've ruined mine. Look, I can't go with you now. Look, I want to. Oh, Lurleen, I want to. But that's just magic. And I'm better than that. Look, I'm better than you.
You ungrateful!
You'd better leave. Glinda's still looking for you, and I'd hate to be on the wrong side of her.
This isn't over. I'll be back for you, Tip. Or for Ozma. Whichever one is left standing.
Ozma? Did we find Ozma? Is she back?
No, she's not. She's gone forever.
But you're staying, right?
That's right. You're stuck with me. Forever now. Just you and me, Jack. You, me, and the Gump. Look, get on.
We're going somewhere?
You betcha.
Yippee!
Do you really hate me that much?
Of course I don't hate you. This has nothing to do with you at all. But I can't sacrifice myself for you. Could you say you'd do the same if it were me?
This is bigger than either of us now. Innocent people are going to die, and you can stop it just by...
And what about me? I'm an innocent too. Why should I have to die?
Tip! Please, Tip!
We're not kidding. We need you now. It's important.
He's probably left the palace.
I hope not. We'll never find him in that crowd.
I think we need to give up and deal with the bigger problem.
He is the bigger problem. We find Tip and we can stop all this.
The walls are shaking and there's still thousands of people in the city who can't escape. We have to be practical.
Wait, since when are you the practical one?
Since I remembered I was king of this place, that's when. We might never find Tip. We have to try something else.
Don't write me off just yet, Your Majesty.
Tip! You found the Gump!
And me! He found me!
Couldn't help but notice the entire population of the Emerald City is making a run for it. Thought I'd offer you guys a lift.
Oh, that's so thoughtful, thank you.
Scarecrow!
Right, yes. Fountain. Tip, fly in here and come with us.
Why?
Long story. Magic fountain, going to blow up the city. Only you can turn it off.
Okay, coming in.
Wait! Look out for them! Whoa!
Oops.
Where did you learn to drive, Dad?
Look, the Gump is so big and the balcony window is so big, and look, I'd like to see you try better.
You've ruined its wings. Snapped in half.
Doesn't matter, we've got another plan, so quickly, get on that thing and come with us to the fountain.
What? The Fountain of Oblivion?
You know about it?
No, but Ozma does. Sorta,
It's complicated, I know. Weird double identity. We'll discuss the theory later. Let's move.
I still don't understand.
It needs someone with the blood of Lurleen to turn it off. That's you.
No, that's Ozma.
And you're Ozma.
No, I'm not. That's what I keep telling you. I don't have Lurleen's blood. I'm just ordinary. I'm just Tip.
Are you sure? Because...
If I had the blood of Lurleen, I'd be able to access her magic. And I can promise you, if I could have done that, this adventure would have gone very differently.
Right.
So then, we need Ozma.
And Ozma is...
unavailable.
Tip, please. You know what you have to do.
Shut up.
What?
Not you.
Right. Okay, Tim Wilburn, time for Plan B.
What Plan B?
You know, Plan B, the one we had when we decided we couldn't find Tip. Let's do Plan B.
Your brains have gone soggy. We never had a Plan B. Tip fixing everything was the plan.
Well, what have we got?
We have a broken Gump, which we won't be able to repair.
Okay, what else?
Nothing.
We have to have something.
Nothing. No Gump, no witches, no winged monkeys, no silver shoes, no lippy girls from Kansas. Nothing.
You are not helping.
I know. I'm panicking. Everyone's going to die and I don't know what we can do about it.
Look at them all.
What?
All the people. They're all running, but going so slowly, they're like little ants.
How many people are there in the Emerald City?
900,000 residents, plus visitors, guests, tourists.
And how many exits?
4. 4 gates.
They're never going to get out of here.
No.
They're all going to die.
We might... Well, we could...
You have a plan?
I want to have a plan. I'm king of the Emerald City. I have a magnificent brain given to me by the Wizard of Oz. I'm supposed to have a brilliant idea that will save us all. But there's nothing. Nothing.
I'm blown away by your optimism.
Shut up or contribute something.
I'm thinking.
Please, Tip. Don't let our people die.
Dad,
Yes, Jack?
thank you.
For what?
For being my dad. For making me. For bringing me to life. I've seen so much over the last couple of days, and it's almost always been scary, but it's been exciting too. And if we're about to die, I don't want it to end without saying thank you.
Sometimes you don't want your world to change.
I know, but sometimes you can't help it. Like now, we're all going to die, and we can't do anything about it. But you can't stop change, can you?
No. No, we can. We need her.
Her?
Do you mean Glinda? I thought of that, and she's a powerful witch, but I don't think even she can stop the Fountain of Oblivion once it gets going.
No, but Ozma can.
You mean...
You have to break Mombi's spell and turn me into... And bring her back.
But Tip, if we turn you back into Ozma...
Then I'll be gone, I know.
Then I'm not letting you do it.
Scarecrow.
I can't let him sacrifice himself.
Look at them all. 900,000 people. Do the maths. It's one of me against all of them.
How would it even work? Do we need Glinda?
Ozma has magic. She's a descendant of a fairy queen after all. And I know enough magical theory to... Look, I think we can break the spell together.
What's going to happen, Dad?
Jack, I'm going to go away. And there'll be someone else here instead. And she's going to be marvellous and amazing, and she's going to save us all. You'll like her, I promise.
And what about you?
I'll be... I don't know. But what you said before about change, you can't fight it. You have to accept it, and... Jack, thank you too. For everything. All of you. I can never tell you what you mean to me.
Tip, no.
I'm sorry, Scarecrow, but it's how it's meant to be.
And it's irreversible. Once you break the spell, you're gone forever.
I know, but none of you will be. Goodbye. And don't forget me. Whatever happens, please, don't forget me. Secretariat.
That was way more dramatic than I was expecting.
Ozma?
In the flesh.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe it? And you're a man made of tin. Best friends with a talking scarecrow. How about that?
But you're wearing Tip's clothes and you're standing where Tip was.
And I have Tip's memories and know what Tip feels. Felt. Sorry, we'll have time to mourn later. We need to get to the fountain.
Right, of course.
This way, Your Highness. Follow me.
It's okay, I remember the way.
But, Dad... What happened to my dad?
Wait, so you know all about what's been going on with Ginger and the invasion and...
Everything Tip knew, I know. We were practically the same person, except not really. Oh, it's complicated, Scarecrow, and we don't have time. Right, ancient giant stone controls.
Press that one. Then
It's okay, I've got this. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Oh, that's better. And now to initiate a proper shutdown sequence, and then locking it off to make sure nobody else I'm distantly related to can get any funny ideas.
So it's true. You are the heir to Lurleen.
Last of the royal lineage. Phew, I need to sit down after that. For my first independent action since I was a baby, I sure hit the ground running.
Tip said... He implied that you're here to stay. That this isn't just a temporary thing and...
Yes, well, I think. I'm not a magic expert. Tip was more. No, this is for good.
And we can never bring Tip back, can we? He's gone forever.
He's a part of me, if that makes any sense. He's a part of who I am. But no, he can't come back like he was before. Looks like you guys are stuck with little old me.
Right.
I hope that's going to be okay. I'm much the same as Tip in a lot of ways, only...
You're different.
That's right. Jack, I suppose this is going to be really confusing for you.
It's confusing to all of us, frankly. And we saw it happen.
I'm 4 days old. Everything's confusing to me.
But I hope you know Tip really cared for you. He didn't want to go
You're
and...
Tip, in a way, and he was you. You're still my daddy.
Well, that's not quite... Yes. Yes, I am.
And I can still call you Dad?
Well, you could maybe try calling me Mum instead.
No, I think I'm going to keep calling you Dad.
Whatever makes you happy, Jack Pumpkinhead.
I guess there's only one thing left to do.
Let the people know they don't have to flee the city anymore.
But before that, Princess Ozma,
Oh, don't kneel, please.
I hereby abdicate the throne of Oz in favour of you and your legitimate right to rule.
Scarecrow, stop. You don't have to do this.
I hereby give you the throne. I'd give you my crown, but it's sewn into my head.
I'm honoured, but... Look, we can discuss this later. I've got no interest in taking the throne from you.
I've got no interest in keeping it.
She's right, though. We've got plenty of time to discuss the constitutional line of succession once everything's back to normal.
Normal? Does Oz even have a normal?
From what I've seen so far, I sure hope not.
Ozma?
Apparently so.
Where did she come from?
Well, the King and Queen of Oz loved each other very much.
Don't make me beat you up. I mean, I thought she was dead. Like ancient history.
Rumours of her death have been greatly exaggerated, it seems.
I understand Mombi turned her into Tip long ago.
Who the hell is a Tip?
You've really been in your own little universe this whole invasion, haven't you?
I've been in my own little cell as a Munchkin prisoner. Give me a break.
Cry me a river, Delia.
Sorry. You seem to be recovering.
I'm getting there.
Aren't you meant to be on bed rest?
And leave running Oz to you two. Lurley knows what would happen.
Lurley knows what's happening now. So if Ozma's back, is she automatically the queen? What happens to the Scarecrow?
A very good question. There's no precedent for this. I'm meeting with a constitutional expert shortly. We'll work out what our options are.
Well, she'll play favourably with the public, at least initially. Long-lost princess coming back, fulfilling all those stories of her saving Oz at its time of greatest need or whatever. If she's the real thing.
Well, she turned off the fountain of oblivion when nobody else could.
Yeah, which all of 2 people saw. Might need more to get everyone else on board.
And that's a challenge that I'm sure you'll more than adequately rise to. As guardian of the people, your job is to present the monarch in...
Is she the monarch? Let's confirm that bit first before we start working the PR.
Well, thank goodness you have engaged the services of a constitutional expert to help parse these complicated consternations.
Oh, no.
I believe you both know Mr. H.M. Wogglebug, T.E.
Oh, yes.
What did the Wogglebug say?
Highly magnified, thoroughly educated, at your service, my dear. Now then, let's knuckle down and see if we can make this little maid of Oz the current queen of the Emerald City, shall we?
You don't have to do this, you know.
I really do.
She's a reasonable girl. I'm sure that if...
I'm not going to make a run for power when there's a perfectly legitimate, enthusiastic, rightful heir around. Especially when I was so bad at it.
Will you stop saying that?
It's the truth.
It's not. Holy Lean, it's really not. Scarecrow, you got dealt a terrible hand when it came to taking this job. You were a week old at the time, barely older than Jack Pumpkinhead is now. You were dumped into the position with no help from the previous monarch, who ran away, a country in crisis from everything else that went on that week, subjects who didn't really know who you were, let alone what right you had to be there.
No different to what you had in Winkyland, or the Lion in his realm. You two managed.
Your job was bigger. The Emerald City is bigger. You had an impossible job and you still got through it. And when it came down to it, when everyone was in trouble, you were there for them. You reclaimed your city.
I got the city in trouble in the first place.
Point me at any other king who could have stopped that. I couldn't have.
That's... Really?
I've done okay in Winkyland because nothing much is happening out there. But if the Oogaboo Queen decided to expand her tiny little empire like Ginger did, I'd be screwed. I'd need someone like you with me.
Just like I needed you.
Right. Scarecrow, I think you'd still make a great King of Oz. But since you're determined to abdicate in favour of Ozma, then I'd hope you come back to Winkyland with me and help me reign.
Of course.
Once you'd helped the new administration through transition, of course, and got them settled.
Of course I'll come back with you. On one condition.
What?
Well, 2 conditions. First, you ditch this whole I'm an emperor stuff. It's silly.
Not going to happen. What else?
Promise me that we'll still be able to keep having adventures.
Just you try and stop us, old friend.
Well, look what we have here. 4 of the most powerful people in this magical land. Rulers of the North, South, and West. And the king of the Emerald City.
Not king for much longer.
Once a king in Oz, always a king in Oz, Scarecrow.
Oh, isn't this exciting? Whoever thought we'd ever see the day Ozma would be taking the throne?
Well, I had a hunch.
Yes, you did, didn't you? You must be so happy. And we must begin preparations for a formal coronation at once.
Why don't we get through her first official announcement first?
Your Majesties, I believe we're ready for you.
Right. Wish me luck.
We're right beside you, Scarecrow.
With you all the way.
My loyal subjects, it is with mixed emotions that I come to you today. For this will be my final address to you as the King of the Emerald City and the greater realms of Oz. When the wizard left us last year, he left a power vacuum that I was happy to fill, with your consent. But I'm happier still to stand aside for one who has more right to this exalted position than I could ever aspire to. People of Oz, without further ado, I hereby announce that I must abdicate my throne in favour of the rightful heir. I present to you now Princess Ozma, the lost Princess of Oz.
Thank you, Scarecrow. I don't know what to say. A lot of this is very new to me. As a baby, I was stolen from this very palace and hidden away in the form of someone else. A young man who will be sorely missed. His was one of the many sacrifices made these past few days, so that peace could be restored to our glowing city. We will remember them. And I would like to work with you to honour the memories by creating a united Oz. Quadlings, Gillikins, Winkies, and yes, even the Munchkins. All of us together as Ozians. My name is Ozma. I am the daughter of King Pastoria. I'm the last heir of the Lurleen bloodline. And while His Majesty, the Scarecrow, may say nice things about me being the rightful ruler, the truth is I have no more right to the throne than anyone else. Who my parents were doesn't matter. Where I've been for the last 20 years doesn't matter. But know that I will dedicate my life to keeping Oz safe, to keeping Oz a beacon of peace, to keeping Oz marvellous.
Sometimes you don't want your world to change. Not in an instant, not in a moment, a day, a year, or ever. Not at all. And there's nothing wrong with wanting things to stay as they are. But change is inevitable. You can't escape it. You can either accept what's coming or spend your energy resisting it. And fighting change is doomed to fail every time. Am I going to miss my old world? Of course I am. I'll miss Jack Pumpkinhead and the Sawhorse and the adventures we never got to have together. I'll miss the Scarecrow and the Tin Woodman, the Wogglebug, all of them. I'll even miss Mombi. The way she raised me, taught me magic. Tried to turn me into a stone. Good times.
You'll never be truly gone, Tip. You'll always be a part of me, in the back of my mind, reminding me of what's right, what I should do. Keep telling me your story. Tell it to me from the start again. Tell me how you saved the land of Oz. And as long as I live, I'll make sure we all remember the witch's apprentice who saved us all.
The boy who saved the marvellous land of Oz. I can live with that. The Marvellous Land of Oz, written and directed by Aron Toman, based on the book by L. Frank Baum. Starring Matt Phillips as Tip, Mark Porter as Jack Pumpkinhead, Aron Toman as the Scarecrow, Scobie Parker as the Tin Woodman, John Jennings as the Wogglebug, and Kirsten Page as Ozma, with Genya as Ginger, Brett Underwood as Faramand, Benjamin Mao Mackay as Ugu, Lauren Tice as Mombi, Wendy Robertson as Glinda, Michelle Drinnan as Jalaya Jan, and Jennifer Ali as Locusta. Other roles played by members of the cast. Australian sound recording by Daniel Burnett. Sound designed by David Nagel and Aron Toman. Music by Tony Diana. This has been a crossover adventure production.